Hello friends, today's topic of discussion is cannula and its parts. So, why is cannula important for us? Cannula is important both for practical reason and for your exam purpose. Cannula you have to insert somewhere or the other wherever you are posted, and for examination point of view it is important to know what is a cannula and what are its various parts. So firstly, what is a cannula? So it is a thin tube which is inserted into your vein or body cavity. And what does it do? It is used for delivery of medicines or removal of fluids from the body cavity that it is inserted in. And third and most important, the use that we usually see is drawing of samples. So now we know what a cannula is. Let's see what are the parts of a cannula. So you can see a picture of a cannula here with all its parts labeled. So let's start with the most distal part. So you can see here, this is a Luer lock cap. So what does this Luer lock cap do? It can be removed easily and it is used to connect the cannula to the external device, whatever it is, it has to be connected with. Okay. So in this you can see this is a cannula and this is a Luer cap which can be very easily removed. Okay. Now just proximal to it is a flashback chamber. What is a flashback chamber? So now when you're inserting the cannula, how would you know that it has been inserted into the vein? How will you identify it? So what happens is the moment the cannula enters into a vein, a slight amount of blood flows back into this reservoir. This is a open space. This is a empty space in which the blood comes back and stays, and you can see it from here that once the blood has come here, we know that the cannula has been inserted rightly into the vein, and then we can proceed for its fixation, right? So what is this called? This is called flashback chamber. Coming to the more proximal part, this you can see is at a slight height and it is called needle grip. Now it has the word grip, so you must understand that it is used for making a grip. Now this is your needle grip. What you need to know along with it is this catheter hub plus wings. So you see this is your needle grip and these are your wings. Why wings? These are flagellating outside from the body. So these are the wings. So what does it do? Whenever you're holding a cannula, how will you hold it? You have your thumb here and you have your fingers here. So now the process of insertion would be easier. So what is the use? This is ergonomic. That's the word for it. That when you're inserting the cannula, it becomes easy to hold the cannula and insert it properly. Okay, so these parts. Now you can see this is a cap. This cap opens up. What is this cap? And you can see there is a hole here. What is this cap? It is called injection port cap. Now as the name suggests, now once you've inserted the cannula, any injection that you want to put in, you can put in through this cap. So therefore the name injection port cannula. Just below it is the Luer connector, your catheter part, and the part that is going to connect your external devices to your cannula is connected through this part which is called as Luer connector, right? Now Going further proximal is a very short space here and it has a valve. What does a valve usually do? Your valve regulates the flow of fluid. Wherever this valve is present, it regulates the flow of fluid. So in this cannula also, whatever the fluids are going inside or coming out, it regulates the flow of those fluids. Right? Now, coming to the next part, this you can see the bluish part, if it is visible here, this bluish part is the bushing. Now, what is a bushing? This is your other part of the cannula and this is your main cannula which is going to be inserted into the vein. Now, this bushing is what connects these both parts. This is like an external covering. So, what is its use? It makes your cannula leak free. Okay, this you have to remember. Now, further ahead, if you see, now here it only one needle-like structure would be visible, but it is actually two structures. The needle is inside it and covering it is a thin flexible part which is your actual cannula. So what happens is you can see here the needle and the catheter. We have these two parts. So the needle is present inside and what happens is once your cannula has been inserted, what you do is, what is the use of needle? It will help you to punch it through your skin, punch it through your vein so that the catheter can go inside and situate itself into the vein. So once it has entered the vein, what you do is you remove it and the needle is removed. Okay, this way your needle will be removed and what remains inside is your cannula. Now, can you see this is completely flexible? So what happens is when you've seen a cannula being inserted, what happens the moment that needle is removed, we press this cannula along with your skin. We press this cannula so that the vein is occluded and no blood comes outside. Now this part is open. So what you do, your Luer lock comes back in your action. What you do, you secure this cannula with this. You secure this cannula with this Luer lock. Okay. So these are the parts of the cannula that you need to know. Cannula and its color coding. So in the previous class, we saw what is a cannula and what are its parts. In today's class, let's see how are cannulas color coded. So the first question arises is, why is cannula required to be color coded? So the answer is, cannula is not one size fits all. We have different sizes of cannula for different purposes. So that is why for different sizes we have different colors for a cannula for efficient working during our healthcare management, right? So let's directly come to the color coding of cannula. So as you can see in this table, various colors are depicting the different cannula size. So how is this cannula size measured? So the unit for it is gauge. It is measured in gauge. And how does this gauge corresponds to the diameter of cannula? So more is the gauge, lesser is the diameter. This you have to remember because this is very confusing, but you have to remember just one line. More is the gauge, lesser is the diameter. So if I say that it is a 24 gauge cannula, that means it would be a very thin cannula. The diameter will be very thin. Okay, so having that in mind, let's proceed. So the first one is orange color. Orange color cannula is 14 gauge. It is represented with G. And what is it used for? It is used in trauma and in major surgeries. That is, whenever you're flushing fluids or you're doing blood transfusion in trauma cases or in major surgery. Again, trauma is where you have had a huge blood loss and the same is the case with major surgery. So where you have to replenish the blood or the fluids very fast, you are going to use a very large bore cannula. So what is it? 14 gauge. Now coming to the second one, it is a 16 gauge. What is the color? The color is gray. So your gray cannula is 16 gauge, and again the use is in trauma and your major surgery. So this is what your gray color cannula looks like. This cap that we had studied in the previous class, this is the cap, and the color of this cap will determine what color is the cannula and what is its gauge, right? So the next one is green color. Green color is 18 gauge cannula, and what is it used for? You have to remember that primarily it is used for blood transfusions. Whenever you have to transfuse blood to a patient, what cannula you are going to put? It will be a green colored 18 gauge cannula, right? Now coming to the next one, the pink color cannula. Now your pink color cannula is 20 gauge, and what is its use for? Now, whenever you go into the wards and see, if you open the drawer shelf where the cannula are kept, the most common cannula that you're going to find is the pink color cannula. This cannula is used for normal IV fluid transfusion. Okay, so whenever you have to give a normal IV fluids or the usual regular medication, you are going to use pink colors cannula. Okay, now coming to the next one is the blue color cannula, which is 22 gauge. And what is it used for? Now, blue color cannula, how are you going to remember it? Whenever you see your feet or even your arms, you see very tiny, thin, blue colored veins. Okay, so you're going to remember it like that. Whenever you have to insert a cannula into a very thin vein, what color cannula are you going to use? Blue color cannula. So, whenever small fragile veins are involved, blue color cannula is used. And what is its size? It is 22 gauge. Okay. Now next one is your yellow colored cannula. Yellow colored is your 24 gauge cannula, and where is it used? It is used in pediatric patients or old patients. Now blue color cannula, we have already seen that it is used in small fragile veins. Now where are you going to find more fragile veins? It will be in the extreme of ages, either very small children or very old age people. So in them, what are we going to use? Yellow color cannula. Our next and last one is purple or violet color cannula. It is 26 gauge. So now we have covered all the age groups. What is left? We are left with the neonates. So neonates are even more fragile than the small children, and their veins are even thinner. So we have to use a cannula which is a very thin caliber. So purple cannula is what we use for neonates. So this is the very basic picture of cannula color coding which you need to remember. Now you will say that how are we going to remember this color coding according to the sizes? So for that I have a mnemonic for you, and I have it both in Hindi and as well as in English. Okay. So let me share it with you. So your Hindi one is O great गोकुल प्यारे, we all know गोकुल प्यारे, बहुत यादगार विद्यार्थी. So otherwise we know who Gokul Pyare is, but just remember him as a classmate of yours, and he's a very memorable student. So in Hindi you have oh great, great. You see how it is pronounced great. So you'll remember it is for gray, and the next G is for Gokul. Oh great Gokul Pyare, बहुत यादगार विद्यार्थी. So this is the mnemonic for you in Hindi, and in English it is again oh great. Now here how will you differentiate? So I have put a word greedy. So you know green will correspond to green. So oh great greedy princess. Now you know princess corresponds to pink color. So you know this is pink. Okay. So oh great greedy princess, blow your pride. Right? So you're asking the princess to keep away her pride. So in English it is, "O great greedy princess, blow your pride." So these are the mnemonics for this cannula. So now you know the colors and you know the corresponding gauge of the cannula. So whenever you see a cannula, you will be able to find out, you will be able to remember for what purpose it is used and what gauge it is. Okay, thank you.